Everybody, welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and today's video is going to be a little redundant compared to yesterday's video. Probably shouldn't sandbag it going off the just talking about that right away. Doesn't matter. Point is, we're going to talk about simulated universe because it's the best part of this entire game, in my opinion. But also, at the end of the video, you can see we've saved up some polls here, so you're going to be able to watch two multis. Is two a lot? No, but I'll do a summon video once this is over, probably 2 weeks. I'm gonna keep saving up all my gems. I'm at 9,611, and I actually am like 2 polls away from getting guaranteed pity, I think. And I want the new character, so we're gonna do that. But today the video is actually about our simulated universe here. So what the heck is the simulated universe? Some people have been kind of confused about not really what it is. Like, they understand it's a roguelike, but it's been a little, I don't know, it can be a little hard to grasp. So I'm gonna kind of just go over all the systems. And if you don't play Honkai Star Rail, I think this is a mode that could get you into the game myself. So this is a self-contained inside the game rogue-like with lots of different worlds. Basically, they start easy and they get harder so far. So each world's harder, but I think probably if we're going to like the highest difficulties, it's probably gonna get pretty close to like level cap for these ones, right? Like, this is going to be level cap for probably the last 2 on all these levels, and it's going to be more about having better equipment and things like that, and having better unlocks. But basically, you choose a level, you choose your characters. You can even see the bosses here. When we go down here, you can see who's going to be the final boss, and you can see the types of enemies you might encounter. This isn't as important, although these are probably the elites you're going to be fighting, so you want to have a little bit of preparation for these kinds of weaknesses. But basically, then you choose the characters that you want, and then boom, boom, boom. Let's just do, I don't know, these 4, and then you choose a path. So when you start initially, when you have this, you're not going to have all these things unlocked. You're in world 1. They're just going to basically, they kind of ease you into it a little bit too slow, if you ask me. So in this one, it just like introduces the concept of being in a world. Then at level 2, it introduces like the ability to do the Hades boons. So there is basically boons in this game. It's very similar to a Hades style system. And I'll go into it and kind of explain all the separate ways you can upgrade over the course of a run. But once you get to like world 3 and 4, I think it's 3 is when they finally unlock everything, so you can do like a full normal run. And so once we go in here, you see who you're gonna fight, right? So we can see that our final boss here is gonna be Japard, but I'm just gonna bring these level 50 characters that I like because I like them. And then you're gonna choose a god, basically. So you kind of get to choose your god in the beginning. Now there is one that I don't have yet. I believe it's Abundance, and because Abundance is apparently a motherfucker, like super strong god. But I don't have that one unlocked yet. You basically unlock them by getting further. The newest one I have is Nialty. But then, yeah, you choose this, and they give you a passive. That's a great way of saying a passive buff, just for having this. So the hunt gives you a 6% speed to all your characters and increases the chance for the blessings of this god, this Aeon, to appear. And so they all have that secondary effect, the blessings of destruction, to appear. So this doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get these blessings, but you'll find them more frequently on average. To me, it doesn't feel like it's quite high enough. Like, I'll have trouble finding some of these still, but you usually get like 4 or 5. And when there's a legendary offer, usually at least one of them will be of the Aeon that you're looking for. But then once you get to 3, you get to get a super attack, basically, and they're all different based on the god, right? This guy does 120, how much damage does it do? I actually don't know, but it does damage to everybody, and it does 120% base chance to freeze all enemies, so basically hold everyone still. This one doesn't do damage, but it does do an 80 base chance to apply burn, shock, bleed, and 2 stacks of wind shear on all enemies for 2 turns. So like, this one does a bunch of dots. This one does damage based on your strongest, and it's all about attack. And so they all kind of do their own thing. Although they're all going to be damage focused, but they're basically a super attack that you get. And then once you get 6 of these blessings, you will be able to basically get one of 3 specializations. And as there is a talent tree in the game, in this mode, that will allow you to an ability tree, basically. Sorry, what's the right button? There we go. Is that as you go through this will unlock some of these things, and then you'll like be able to get more of these, right? So like this one, I haven't unlocked it, is after you get 10 blessings, you can get a second specialization, basically, and it increases the damage, and you get some base stats, and then you get like more starting currency. So like you do have meta progression. Just by playing and failing, you will be getting stronger in this world, which is, I think, is very important, because it's fun, but you're constantly feeling a sense of progression, at least early on. But then when you go in, you're gonna be able to choose all the stuff. So let's just go ahead and go in and take a quick look at exactly what's going on here. And so I'm gonna just choose, it doesn't matter, we'll choose destruction. It's not my personal favorite, but I'm probably not going to do this full run anyway, because I got to go to bed soon after this video, actually. So when we start, we get to choose. I like obtaining curios for the most part. So this is the great way to explain. So when you start a run, you're given some options here. Cosmic fragments are going to be used in basically event. Every time you get to a safe zone, you'll be able to use some cosmic fragments to upgrade some relics or buy some relics. There'll be like a couple options, and then the final one will let you kind of specifically target ones you want. You could also use these at different event points. Like there'll be random events that happen that you could use these to trade them for things. You could use to buy stuff. So you can never have too many of them. It's a good currency to have. It'll make you stronger in the run. It doesn't have meta progression. This is a per run resource. Now, blessings are basically the items you get after every single, well, I want to call them items. They're the passive buffs you get after every single fight. And these are the ones that you need to get like 3 of in order to, you basically need to get 3 of these in order to get the superpower, and then 6 to get the specialization, then 10 to get the thing. So, right. So this is very good. And then curio is basically the items. These are very, very powerful. They're not all powerful, but they're interesting, weird, cool items that'll have usually pretty powerful effects. So, they're separate from the blessing. So let's just take a curio, take a look at it here. And so you can see kind of the stuff that it does. If you see a little book in the top right, it means I haven't taken it. But these are all pretty good, right? This is like the very first time you die, you revive. After winning a battle, sorry, not if you die, revive. This is if you win a battle and you have characters that are down, it will go ahead and revive all your characters, and then everyone will get full HP. I don't think this one's crazy good, but then there's ones like this that are more like, if you get this, like the destructible objects will appear more frequently, and you get double the rewards. This gives you cosmic fragments. So just in the very first room, like instead of getting 10 or 20 cosmic fragments, you might be getting like 60 cosmic fragments. So that's just in one room, and you might be doing 10 rooms. So this thing will easily pay for itself. But let's go and take this, because I haven't taken it yet. And then you see you're kind of in the run. The run has started. You'll see in each world, like I've seen this room a couple times, like as the first room. It's like always the first room in World 3. But then you can take a look at the map. So in these floors, you have one of 2 options. Sometimes it'll be combat, or it'll be a random event. You get to choose which one you want to go to, and then you fight elite enemies. And you have a chance to, after fighting an elite enemy, to basically spend 40 of your traveler energy, which is like a meta thing outside of this game mode. It's like how you rank up characters. You could spend it to get basically equipment and stuff in this world. And then, respites where you heal and upgrade, and then you kind of go through. You're going to get way more powerful, and then eventually you get to the boss. This one's a little bit, I won't say short, but I think this one is shorter than the World 4. I think each world has gotten a little bit longer, or maybe 13 is kind of where it goes. So then you can see kind of all the stuff here. So let's go ahead and get a blessing, just so we can take a look at what they do here. What do you do? This is going to be a double fight, because it's 2 enemies next to each other, and they have like a glow. So we're going to end up getting 2 blessings, 1 for each encounter.
This is our chance.
So let's just go ahead and blast through them really quick. Recovered from break. Yep. And so the early fights are going to be very, very easy, and they get significantly harder like every single floor, with the elites being quite a bit harder and the boss being way harder. The boss is really tough. You really need a good run going You need to have either a good team or you need to really know what you're doing. So um these are the blessings. They're going to be all passive effects, and you can see down here on the bottom, this is the god that they're for. Now we happen to get 3 destruction because we picked the destruction start. You're not guaranteed to get 3 destruction. I've had multiple times where I don't find any of the guy that I want, but this would be a good start here. Then you kind of are trying to even though the destruction all kind of has a theme of being like low on HP, there are like ones that are not necessarily in that quite that same boat. Like, yeah, this is not about being low HP. It's kind of whenever you get hit or consume your own HP, you get energy, but these could be like pretty good supporting ones. So a lot of these gods have good skills that aren't very like, you don't have to go deep into the tree basically to like, this will be good no matter what we go, whether we go destruction or not. But we'd probably go with something like this. We will, like, if you're going destruction, you're probably going to go like all their really powerful ones, like your HP to be lower than 50%, and so we'd probably do something like this. Take that, and then we'll get a second one here, and you can see there's better rarity. Sometimes you get high rarity, sometimes you don't. Now we have destruction, or remembrance, and these are all passive effects that are pretty cool. After a character uses an ultimate, there's a 70% chance to apply ice weakness to a random unit for 2 turns. So remembrance is all about ice basically, and that doesn't mean you need to have ice characters, although ice characters help, but they have a lot of skills in here that'll help you freeze characters, and their super attack, as we saw, froze characters. So that's the kind of stuff you can expect to see. And when we get to the end here, sorry, you want to destroy these. They give you all the cosmic fragments. I don't worry about it too much, but you can see here, there is 2 paths up ahead, right? And the left one will be combat. The right one will be some sort of random event. So I'm going to abandon this right now because I'm just don't feel like doing it right now. Because that's not, the video is not about doing a run. I just did that yesterday if you want to watch a full run. But so let's just take a look at the index here. So the index is going to have pretty much everything you want, right? These are the aeons. These are the different gods you could choose. And this one's either like harmony or abundance. I think we get that at world 5. And then you can kind of take a look at each of the gods, and you can kind of get a little story about them. This one doesn't give you that much information. But that's just more a little interesting. The blessings is one of the big ones here, right? You could take a look at each of the things that you've ever taken, right? So there's like some preservation ones I've never taken, and there's some ultimates I haven't taken, probably because they haven't shown up, or they've shown up and I just wasn't on the right thing, or these could be the gods. I actually don't remember. And so these are all the blessings, right? There's tons of blessings, and you can see there's lots I haven't seen any of these. These are abundance, yeah. So we haven't even gotten to abundance yet. And then tons for the hunt, destruction. So lots of ways to diversify and make really cool builds. Elation is one all about follow-up attacks, and I just don't have that many characters with follow-up attacks, so I haven't really messed with it yet. And then the curios are also run defining, and every time you find a curio for the first time, you get 30 stellar jade. Also noting, when you get enough blessings, you get a bunch of jade. Like for the first time, you get all these blessings. So there's a lot of rewards in this system as well. And so basically, you're going to start a run, you're going to start getting blessings, you're going to start getting curios, you're going to choose your paths, and then when you eventually lose, you are going to progress your meta progression, and then you're going to get stronger and go back in. This is such a fun mode. It really takes the combat and makes it a just better version. You can see here, we still have 5 days left, and I've completed my weekly requirement. I finished the weekly environment within the first 20 hours because like I did this like 6 times in a row. All the way through. I spent like 2 or 3 hours just playing this mode. But you get tons of good rewards. These are pretty good. These are what, instead of using the Trailblaze power, you could use these instead. They'll give you 4 for free a week, it looks like. And that'll give you a bunch of the equipment that you could use. And that's kind of the rundown of what that mode is. As far as what you want to do in that mode, I would say just go in, have fun, kind of get an idea of what blessings there are, what characters you have, and go play this mode. It's very fun. It's a cool ass mode, and it's my favorite part of the whole game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do some multis and get you guys out of here. We're gonna do 2 10 warps, and I don't think I'm gonna hit pity because pity is in, I think I'm 2 multis in, because I think I got well, we can just take a look here, right? It's kind of fun to do little predictions, right? Let's go to my records here. So my last multi, we got the post-op, and then the multi before that we got Asta, and then the multi before that we got Welt. So we have we're 2 multis in without a legendary, and so this will bring us up to 4 multis without a legendary if we don't get one, but let's find out. They're just the normal tickets, so I don't expect anything too crazy. Actually, Sampo is the dream pull. I don't have Sampo yet, and I really want him. Even Undying Embers are still good because they let me buy out the shop. Hey, what's up, sus? That's sus as heck. Maybe we get a second one. Hey, Natasha. Natasha is actually like my least favorite draw right now because she's the one I've got the most of because she's one of the highlight characters. But getting our sussy girl there is pretty cool. All right, Sampo. Let's get a Sampo here. Let's get a Sampo. So, okay, orange again. Sorry, not orange again. Purple again. I've been saving these up. Perfect timing. That's actually pretty cool. I think it's my second copy of that one, so being able to upgrade it is always nice. Another 2 Maltese. No Sampo. Not even a character that time, unfortunately. Oh, I was going to take a look at that, what we got. You know what? Let's do our singles here. Do we wait for the door to open for a single? I don't think so. Oh, I've never seen lower than a purple, though. So it can be blue. It's actually interesting, because if you do a multi, it's always purple, right? Is this our last one, or we got one more? Hey, only silence remains. I don't have that yet. It did say new. All right, let's see that blue door one more time. That's fun. Like I know I like never do singles. All right, well there we go. We're gonna save all this currency for the next event. Maybe we'll get Sampo then. I'll keep using my free ones for now, but if we take a look here, this is not what the video's about, but let's just have, you know, let me have my fun. All right. Oh, so this is the first one. After using skill against a weakness broken enemy, regenerates a skill point. That's actually pretty cool. So she's like really good against broken enemies. The break effect increases 40%. That's very good. Oh, she automatically starts a speed boost. She gets quite a bit better. I don't think she's like crazy at all, but she does seem decent. And is this our 6th? Yep. There we go. My first character, I think the 6th maybe. And so now additional copies of her will just be her basic attack deals additional physical damage equal to 40% of her max HP. That's like actually pretty good. Like, what's her HP? Okay, what's a character with high HP's HP, just to give me an idea here. She's got kind of high HP, so 2,000, so maybe an extra 1,000 damage, about half that, maybe not quite half that, but that actually seems like really strong. Maybe Natasha is totally worth using now, and that's for her basic, right? But the issue is she may not have much time to use it because she's always attacking, but still, that's really good. Anyway, we did get some we did get a new light cone here, and then we got some decent stuff, but that's not what the video is about. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you next one. If you want to see more videos, you guys know what you got to do. Do that YouTube thing, and see you guys next time. Peace.